Hey guys, I'm going to start our side-by-side read-along today. It's called The Whingdingdilly by Bill Peet. The Whingdingdilly. Scamp flopped down heavily on the porch with a mournful sigh. The old farm dog had been in a miserable mood for weeks, and no one knew why. Not even his best friend, Orvie Jarvis, could guess what the trouble might be. Before the dark mood had crept over him, Scamp had been a happy, carefree dog. He was always up early, racing out to the barn lot ahead of Orvie, eager for the boy to finish his morning chores so the two of them could go rambling around the countryside. Now Scamp moped on the porch until Orvie called him. Then he came drooping along at the boy's heels, sad-eyed and listless, not caring how long it took him to finish the chores. "What's come over you, old Scamp?" asked Orvie one day. "What makes you so sad?" Oh, look at that pup. Scamp's only reply was a dreary sigh. There was no way of telling Orvie that he was tired of being a dog, that he wanted to be a horse. Not just any horse. Scamp wanted to be a great horse, like Palomar, the giant percheron, who lived on the farm just across the road. Now, I'm going to show you that word because I've never seen it before. So on my think sheet, I'm writing that down, and I'm going to look it up. Back in those days, there were lots of buggies and wagons, so horses were very important. Palomar was especially important. He won blue ribbons at horse shows and fairs all over the country, so he was famous. People traveled hundreds of miles just for a look at the great horse, and Palomar always treated the crowd to a good show by high-stepping around and around his pasture in true champion style. Everyone admired Palomar, but no one ever gave Scamp so much as a glance. No one but his friend Orvie. Scamp often dreamed that he was the famous Palomar, surrounded by an admiring crowd. Sometimes, when the dog was sure no one was watching, he would imitate the great horse and go high-stepping around the barn lot with his nose in the air. Then one day, Orvie caught him at it. "Ho-ho-ho, Scamp," he chortled. "What are you up to? Who do you think you are, you silly old dog?" Scamp had never felt more foolish in his life. To be called a silly old dog was more than he could bear. And while Orvie was busy feeding the chickens, Scamp went slinking out of the barn lot and on down the road. He was running away. Have you ever felt sad or disappointed when somebody laughed at something you said or did, and they maybe didn't even mean to make you feel bad? Have you ever been either in the place of the person laughing or in the place of the dog Scamp who was hurt by it? Just where was he going? He had no idea. But after trotting along for about a mile, the dog found himself panting. It was a hot summer afternoon, much too hot to be trotting about in a shaggy fur coat, and when he came to a dense woods, he stopped. Scamp had heard about this place. People believed that a wicked little witch lived there who possessed great magic power, and if anyone dared to enter the woods, she might turn them into a stone or into a toad.